And then Nyamea Adoma and then Numre question Ubusa as a question of the day. One and one at the time
black.
One at the time.
You wash a black. You almost look almost a white.
Now
you see your point.
Now one at the time dream damage a lot of practice say. Yeah, we say
when in wash a white, wash a black. Oh yeah.
Allow me to be in peace.
Wash a black.
And the black nation will be
white.
Because of no, so baby, what did I say? I'm say Asakran in Chelsea. Start statement today. Me say Asakran in Chelsea. Yes, sir.
It's young good team now.
Yes, Asakran in Chelsea.
Okay, bye bye.
Yes, Asakran in Chelsea. You hear from me, you fancy. You enjoy. Interesting weeks ahead.
Yeah, there are more. But so be bo pass here, Benjo. That.
We young Kuni, I said. Young Kuba.
We also we no. Omo say team na iya no. Oh. What are young Quay?
As when in you.
Me.
I don't know about what did he.
We are saying your ringers, your attackers in every match.
You are explaining yourself too much.
Okay, Matthias. Young Quay.
What's the lawyer saw Boko? Omo mudim kunim no. Omo nkasa bebre o. Omo mudim chono. Lawyer na omo lose case no.
As explanation
we did this to the judge and we submitted this and we yes, what is as a lawyer what the also we are waiting for the docket and then we'll maybe appeal.
Chama
e bia na wo ye wa.
Young
Now for you wingers if you what started game now with how many players? What started with saying
Sanchez na nyare.
Mr. Started with saying
Mr. Ayemko. What?
No. Hello betra ha say
11v11 kwa wo hunu ano. Na kwa 11v10.
Fancy. Ene wo Paris. Die besi. Na I think say for now utie the official handles of the various media outlets are dodona voting when it comes to the Ballon d'Or and then come surrounding it dodona would GDA say assistance there has not been any single leak about Fancy who is going to win the Ballon d'Or. It is rather from both sides. And Ebia to me say fans of Paris Saint-Germain, fans of FC Barcelona. Obi hope obi a roche nyame adom enanwumre ni nipa ane betimi age award ne de asi ne na so. Dodo na so ka say e betimi aye surprise say obi ani na so kra na betimi yi no as the Ballon d'Or winner at the end of the day. Apart from Ousmane Dembele and Lamine Yamal, your outsiders be more outside chances so betimi ababeji ana. Yes, it is true. Obi to say Akraf Hakimi, Obi to say Vitinha. All of these players know in a very good season. And there is still the Golden Boot winner as part of this particular list. Still, never is a popular among central phone in the shape of Kylian Mbappe Lartey. So when you look at the whole dynamic surrounding the Ballon d'Or now fancy, and then you may be the but I think sir, for tonight, there are a lot of things that are at stake, including the fact that Paris Saint-Germain wouldn't be present at the ceremony. Enya boni bi enti no munko pi mo omuni Olympic Marseille e o game nyame ya adom na anwumre le classic no na wo sanka ba so Sunday anwumre which is enra na anwumre but rentimi amba so due to some weather conditions be ni nyoma bi it also mu focus na ko game ni so na omutimi ko bon na anwumre but me refi so say Ousmane Dembele is not part of the Paris Saint-Germain team that will be playing the game nyame ya adom na anwumre because we pra Wofie Yama so e prayer ono so wofie ono so agina home but there's too much tension. There's too much tension. I think say tension dey wo mu no kra mu osoro.
True.
E chain Rodri ni Vinicius Junior de na na edi hunko because as and now near ya we say Real Madrid entourage ni omo betu kwa akoni na no bi anye dey enko. And we knew say because they are not going in the NHS say Rodri hadn't wajie we anesa. But with this, you are not hearing that Dembele is not going. Unte say Lamine Yamal is not going. Unte she. But I believe there are two things we are going to experience tonight. One, the reputation of French football. Say, and then it will have a new beginning. And number two, football. Nyamia Duma if ten will have a new era of a new player. The next 10 years, you hope is for the ball. About this national budget in channel. Okay. The idea I make us about the reputation of French football in the NSA. In recent years, fancy, they didn't come more about world football best leagues. And in your mouth, now you the French Ligue and a to actually. Tambiano, or big teams now. They refer to big teams in Marshall when they say, some say a Farmers League. So you listen to Luis Enrique's statements after say almost share Aston Villa. After say almost share Arsenal, you almost in the Champions League. Share the sequence of teams in their quest to win the treble last season. Liverpool, Aston Villa, Arsenal. Some teams ni nyina ne kwa omo so de show omo ni nyina no. Omo wie o ka statement bi. Ose some say French League and the Farmers League. But in the Farmers League for no. Aba be hye mo na mudi tum say mo league ne was ro chen obi ade. Amene treble ne agese na so ye ko. So the reputation around the French League and the form timana amfuteti so enim go asese poto. To even an extent say fancy. Me no me enu as journalist. Yana ye be di treble na Paris Saint-Germain agye no nkoma akosi 3. But trust you me. Share the atmosphere. Look at the football discussions that is going on in this world. Senke City bi Liverpool, Real Madrid, Inter Milan bi na je treble akabai na just na ye dugu so edi hu nkomo. But otwa mudia yen central for ya na ye betena ase ye be kai ho say Paris Saint-Germain na ye de age treble. Yeah. But kaminu udi nkomo nyina mem. Especially when amasa the FIFA club papa Chelsea akoye dey. Akosho omagede esi omo na so. So the whole reputation around the league is quite questionable. It is not popular. People believe that there is not so much quality in there to give you results at the end of the day. It's a brain amount for league, you know. It's in Yamia Duma and so what me produce a Ballon d'Or winner. Meaning say gradually they are trying to pick up the pieces in resurrecting a reputation. Me and a man for GDB say egu league. I started free treble and only hanging a man for Kanwasem, but the Ballon d'Or. I don't think we are going to forget about who wins the Ballon d'Or so easily. If you are seeing we finish easy like that, because anytime I they will tag you say when I best player or say Paris Saint-Germain book game, their commentators they will say it consistently. On meka boswa kwakusi 3. I'm obi anu say yes or magic. You see, in awarding some of these things, there's the political aspect of it. Which that one no so so. But only reputation if you want the beginning of a new era, which I actually believe says Lami Yama J we are. It sets the tone for something fresh or a reset for world football in Yinano. The reason why I make us a Lami Yamal Edgy Award we are setting the tone for a reset of world football in Yinana say. In recent times, how are you choose to be our Ballon d'Or? Fancy me the man who say we go to the extreme of only using goals and assists to determine who is going to win the Ballon d'Or. And the Padro goals are watching the season in the Sanyo money Nani Edijina. Nina me blame Ronaldo ni Messi. Not in the wrong way. Yes. Not in the wrong way. But me blame almost say omumi no be boss wa drew maybe say. So all the ball na nkasani jina on no influence omunya with their quality of football and technical qualities e kuto no mudi si akan ne to nchen a omumi no nyina boss no a. Fancy the only thing that can be separate a bit me separate omumi no na goals and assists. These are the only two things I need to separate. Then football reset back could be with Luka Modric. Because he only did say Luka Modric born World Cup the man Croatia that season. Any body man Real Madrid team no. Any goals in Asem. I was see a team the award near day. Eddie Mano. Then yes, back. Karim Benzema. The number of goals he scored, the influence he made, a lot of things inside the award the man. Then Vinicius Junior and Rodri. Yes, I call back.
Benzema the Nukrasena national team on Shadan count.
No national team cross on Shadan count.
Because when Arsenal come back or back to the national team.
National team now on and off. Or ball back and Sebi no say free no sa baby.
So Rodri the also a pure performance.
Pure performance.
And your numbers.
Because the numbers crowd count. By numbers, you are not restricted it to goals and assists.
Yeah. Numbers and
numbers your part.
Goals and
assists. That is where we focus in regional CC. So goals and assists. Because you know goals and assists how. You know goals and assists nipa ne share goals saying nipa ne assists saying you real season nipa na share goals one and nani ejina. But other metrics like chances creation, like dribbles completed. Fancy like how influential the goals no share in the city. Football ni bomber ye nije. And I think say akoda e friend Lamine Yamal ball na wa bono. Fancy. Akoda na ball na wa bono. A bad influencer he was there. Fancy. A bad dribbler na he was there. And you might be one of my akoda na the my last season. And for the age they are not all year within that period of time. See a boom compo chia young players are almost see so much Ballon d'Or on them. Ubetima Kasaba Ronaldo de Lima. Near my share Mike Lowry. And dear no more de fancy, I could always giving us something to talk about when you go and watch football. Say nay, so the Dembele ne Lamine Yamal see one naka so obi interest kan kwhwe wan a lot of people are going to pay money to go and watch Lamine Yamal. Not because of the number of goals he will score. But fancy, the level of entertainment I could away at the Bema fan base, you know. And in your metato. If he wins it, fancy, was setting a new record. Say, I could have been one more on the age I watch Ballon d'Or
18.
No, it be see that. Osman Dembele Susu Akwajia, it will be the biggest comeback story in world football, from a failure at Barcelona to a world best at Paris Saint-Germain. Especially when Kylian Mbappe no about Paris Saint-Germain, and this same award went to Miami. And Kylian Mbappe, I believe, in a better moments, better seasons, Paris Saint-Germain than what Osman Dembele individually.
Champions League.
But when Miami Champions League, you know. Your fan say la league now so it's interesting to see what is going to happen this evening. But the political part of it.
So the political no, and the question him out say, and I'm a Liverpool funny few say, why not Mohamed Salah?
Why not Mohamed Salah?
Because obi e ba Dembele ni abo Lamine Yamal.
Obi e ba obo Dembele no abo Lamine Yamal.
In the first place, I wasn't Efrain.
Efrain fan buy.
I wasn't Efrain.
France.
Salah DNA.
Egyptian.
He's an Arabian and a North African and a Maghrebian. And baby Salah free no. Senka award ne ye bia yemfa Qatar be and na UAE ho baby no more award na. Consistently Salah would have been there and then might have won a couple. I would say, you know, the political angle and say I am mostly a bias. One, towards origin. Two, club. I have parameters, you know. It mostly favors Europeans and then South Americans. Award I shall say, you know. There were segregations in Mugum. Yes, say. What born outside Europe? I am kind one fan count until already award no more de chance and no more de 12 year trim say a euro for ni ya de ni into now baby. And no can be now be the Pelemo, even when they were at the apex of their game, were never considered. The only time they decided to open up in 3 years, an African won it. It's one of the ways here.
Yes.
African in Nigeria and Akwesi Samuel. We've had players get so close. This award, a award schema, it has denied Henry for players like Pavel Nedved and Drive Shevchenko. It denied Samuel Eto'o for some of these players. So you have to understand the dynamics. Politics na Akomeah can enche mu no. Salah baby you free any club obo. Salah ye European. And if numbers will deliver on call body ma one of Barcelona or Real Madrid. Nkomo wenki edi. No ki ebedi nkomo we.
Derby.
And Drew stage be cry even for Madrid Eco trophyless last season. people were bold to mention Mbappe's names and numbers are Mbappe generated at the end of the season. Dear. Where the Nkobet me top 10 one or top 5. Meboa. The same thing. Numbers here more de hua Lami Yama ne Rafinha a chance salad. Exactly. He gave you double figures for goals and assists in the league. Ebia Liverpool na Champions League no man could drew a tree. And in Europe, your board Nations League na Salah ne country Africa. Your member international tournament be apart from qualifiers. And a club world championship no so one could be. If he was European and playing for any of the other European nations, ye jitum says he born no more through. Salah or Portugal national team anymore. Imagine. If he was Spanish, imagine. If he was playing for Real Madrid and Barcelona, imagine. Into a baby or free. And yet your yeah. Care your yeah. Sunny did say Yama bet me a J or top 3 in him no. And the other than Salah. Because after winning the La Liga and having a breakthrough season, Lami Yama and your yeah. I don't think a trumpet that of Mo Salah. At times they be all free account.
It's a huge problem for Omomu free that area. Many Mike Yadri. Mame Faba Kusum Kaun. Share the political angle of the Middle East countries. Ade ana Paris Saint-Germain hwehwe wo mu wiase pa na Champions League kata for ne bae. Ani edi nkomo bi about obekaya UAE. Is a UAE for no Mike or more treble. Almost our Ballon d'Or. Beboa. Rodri. And almost our the treble. Paris Saint-Germain comes in. Paris Saint-Germain with the treble. Paris Saint-Germain is yet to get a Ballon d'Or. The other aspect of it is they want to pay Kylian Mbappe back. Yeah, okay. And teach him a certain lesson.
Yes, at the end of no few say so Farmers League, the
so-called Ballon d'Or.
Untimi Fanje
Champions League no. But obi boys no won same ya no motaika. Mama chia boys no. I will say PR go meet PR and PR go run. This is also a battle against a politically strong club in the shape of FC Barcelona. In the history of Ballon d'Or, Barcelona and Real Madrid, the number of players and I say award to do a chrome when it comes to the Ballon d'Or for individual players, you know. Fancy. I don't think any club in this world will be. Hardly. They say Ubununi say Real Madrid player, ebe front liner. This is a bit similar. Say last season, they say. Last 2 seasons na Rodri and last season. Say last season, yeah.
Last season,
they tell Rodri better and yes, Real Madrid no more players. What was saying?
Vinicius,
Mbappe,
and Jude so.
Omumi and San Emma Rodri J. Ballon d'Or. Because post Omo chair. I didn't hear team.
Yeah, vote no.
Explete. Real Madrid and Shada and Yin and himself projected Vinicius Junior. And our man Shada and you when himself projected Ballon. These two players they had very fine season. But one Shada and you when himself projected they felt say any of them beyond BGBR. It is good. England for the studio PR sorry for Bellingham part. Politically. And the Intina Bellingham Abebo say, is it the political stuff influencing the voting for Ballon d'Or? And you're my baby. Banka me jitu me say, anke Vinicius Junior na Real Madrid eden the tears eden say wo. Ananka attention ni nyina, baby am free baby am Bellingham am be shim baby. Come here show senka kun no, e be den dia ma Rodri because points gap no na enye den. Na enso. By this time around no, limited between two people. Barcelona me aya we say akoda win no mo pe no. What Spanish national team na? Players no more Spanish national team na agitu me say akoda win na we say de man no.
Let's say politics na kra no esane ko down club.
And now pay ya edu ago
because any say numbers and so there Rafinha so should be there.
Rafinha should be there.
So Barca as a club no so.
Barca as a club no so project akoda no.
Yeah. Ko mo de share.
Because any question vote ni mu chetu. Any question vote no e mu chetu. Fancy, let's be honest with ourselves and do this discussion. Mike, do you remember the last time La Masia products or Ballon d'Or.
Was it La Masia? Say Messi.
Say me fans La Masia.
After Messi.
After Messi.
Even
before Messi, no BG.
No, they no GND. So US no the BG.
US no call Paris Saint-Germain or the BG. It could be the beginning of a new era or a change in history for French football. It's ever heard in Fancy. Whatever happened between Chelsea and Manchester United. Adebakwa, Enzo Maresca, Mike, Wakuma Betupa, Wubefu. Because fancy, football 11-11, not say 1-0. The probability say bit my 1-1 by first 45 minutes. A different thing. I don't know how Robert Sanchez call that particular moment. No, what that dream one won't tell you. Then toss muso, then fire him. But the biggest problem after this results, how Enzo Maresca will react to decision making by Chelsea centre backs. No, any goalkeeper know that goal push the man. Because the season is moving on. Chelsea penny for no Yama Maresca feel say no right. Say no demanded for a centre back. Because me share number 1 or 2 be na Chelsea in the game. Even before the red card, Chalobah, Fofana, playing out of the back the first 4 minutes before the red card. No more. They were fumbling. And especially going to play against a Manchester United team or no here results in the chamber fancy. Because pressure a good coach. They believe he's not winning games and he must win a game at all costs. Wakolusu to Man City 3-0. You need to calm down. You see, these are some of the games I actually believe say Chelsea will need to improve, and with time they are going to improve. ABC time Moko the Alliance Arena. Pressure for Mokakra. Mike was speaking about it the next day. He said there are a lot of things that the team will need to grow in it. And also Munyini. How to handle the pressure at so many times. Certain venues. And also remaining calm. They are world champions for a reason, and the expectation will move to different levels. So you need to match the expectation. Real Madrid Betimako sees the way unbeaten, and that is what Real Madrid supporters believe in. Fancy, they will lose at some point in time. But I think Alonso is doing something I am on Abaso. Fancy, it's all about doing the basic things. Basic thing here say we position here means sano. Make sure the right balance over individual quality. These are just basic things. Iti nanu game omukobo Real Madrid went with a 4-4-2 flat. Gonzalo Garcia ne Kylian Mbappe. Previous games no call with the 4-3-3. It's just the basic things. Master Antoine is left-footed. My man Fanny more right wing. Obe balance team no. Vinicius is more left wing. Mbappe men koye shewo. Left wing go the mama free rule. Gonzalo Garcia ne penalty box strike.